and all, right?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, right. So how are you all? I hope you all are doing good. Anyone is there from the curfew areas?
Nida is there, ma'am.
Okay, is she here today?
Yeah, she is. I
All
think so.
right. Yeah, she is there. How are you, Nida?
Hello, Miss.
Yes, how are you? You are from
Good.
which area?
Minuangoda town.
Okay, how was the situation over there?
At our town, it's fine, nothing serious. But nearby
Huh?
areas, like nearby towns, like 2 minutes, 5 minutes distance, that areas are a bit severe, like a big pandemic situation. So today they
Okay.
come from my brother's school. One of the teacher, his teacher is having is positive, COVID positive,
He
and she's
tested positive. What's your brother's school?
it's a Luther. It's normal school only. It's in village, our area school.
Uh-huh.
So now from that area, it's a bit severe. Like now only they have taken that teacher also to the hospital. She's pregnant, so to do the
Oh,
take out the baby because it's a bit severe for her. So it's kind of going rough because it's a small area, right? So it
yeah,
soon
yeah.
spreads everyone. So that is
That's the
it.
thing. Okay.
That's it. It's
Yeah,
like
stay
fully lockdown
safe,
and
dear. So you all are
yeah,
having curfew. It hasn't imposed it yet, ne?
yeah, it's yeah, and we had this police curfew, and now that police officers who were in our area, they are saying that those people are also tested positive for corona.
Yeah. The Minuangoda police station, right?
Yeah,
One of the person who works at the police canteen got
canteen,
tested
yeah,
positive.
yeah, and now the
They-
police officers are also like they are also tested positive, some of them.
Oh,
So like here, no police also now.
yeah,
So
people have to be self-disciplined wherever.
yeah,
Any
but
place
these
in
people only,
like,
it's very hard. They are like, oh my God. Even if we say don't go out, they're like, no, police, it's okay, it's okay. Here
I
only, no, we'll go. Here only, no, we'll go.
seriously.
They're so careless.
Yeah, that is 100% true. Like people are not being careful, I guess.
Yeah, it's so hard to manage them. But what to do? We are safe for inside our house. We'll see what
That's
happens.
the thing.
It's better if
Yeah.
they give a
Safe and hope stock all the things, whatever the dry rations and all.
no, but we didn't get time for
So
that also because like suddenly they said curfew in our area and we only have two shops near
yeah,
and that shops also it's out of town people. So they also closed the shops and they
out of
went like no shops, no nothing. Even people who brings vegetable they also don't come. Like it's not good to go this area and they have like fully stopped. No vehicle, nothing. So it's a bit hard. Maybe for 1 2 week can manage. We'll see, no? It's a bit hard.
no, don't worry. Like yeah, I saw Hiru News some update is given. So they are tomorrow they are going to open the Satusar, just a few
Uh-huh.
hours.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
But even if they
I
open
just got the
Saturdays also,
alert.
it's
Like just
gonna,
listen to
yeah,
the
but
news.
also it's gonna be severe because like most of the area people
Hmm.
are tested positive and they are like relatives or friends of the ones who are positive. So when the shops gets open, people start to come and go, and that knows it starts to spread.
Yeah, that's also there. Just try to do get some things from delivery and all. There must
Yeah,
be delivery people.
yeah, that's it.
So if I get to know something, I'll just upload the informations regarding that.
Sure, miss.
So yeah,
I think Rifna's sister is also
right.
from our area. Is she fine? I didn't get to talk to her. She's here.
Rifna, yeah, now Stash is joining.
Uh-huh. She is also from one of my brother's school teacher only.
Rifna.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Yes, even others also be careful, stay at home. So that's what only we can do it. And if I mean, like we need to mind about the self-discipline and just like no one wants to come behind us and say like y'all have to stay home or something like that. But y'all can try our best and try to minimize the danger. And what we can do is just to minimizing the spreading.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay. So then, so today we are going to start the new unit, but there is a slight changes. I'm going to do the sixth one for the fourth one, right? You don't more. I mean, don't mind about and don't worry like fourth and fifth skipped. Kela, no, I'm going to cover it after this module because I feel the brain and mind is, I mean, essential for you all to do before the psychotherapies, right? And the other one I send the quiz, second quiz. So take, I mean, by the time of next week. So get the answers and you all can, send the answers, take a screenshot or something or PDF format or something and send it to the other group. Okay, girls. So today we are going to do with the human mind. Yes. Right. So the brain, human brain. What do you all know about human brain? There are so many teachers here, and like I hope like you all have some kind of an idea regarding that. Yes, brain. Yeah, what can you all say? What do you all know about the brain?
It controls our actions and it like that.
Yeah, it controls our actions. Okay. Yes, what else?
So, excuse me, miss.
Yeah.
Rifna's sister is unable to join the class. It seems like she wants to join. She's asking to accept her request.
Ah, I accepted. Wait. Okay. Just give me a second. I accepted her.
She's unable to join the group. It seems. What can I say her, miss?
Just ask her to join again.
Yeah, okay. Can someone send her the link because I am using this through my lab? Uh, can someone send her the current link to her through WhatsApp?
Yes, can some of y'all?
Okay, ma'am, I sent her.
Okay. Um, yes. What do you all think? What do you all have? I mean, what kind of an idea? Brain. So you said like brain needs all our actions are controlled by the brain. What else?
And it also like controls the way how we think, talk, feel, see, hear, and remember things, walking, and even our breathing is controlled by our brain,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an important organ.
It receives signals from the body, the sensory organs like that.
Okay.
It controls the whole body.
It controls the whole body. Okay, fine.
Yeah. The central organ of the human nervous system.
Central?
Organ of the human nervous
It's
system.
a central organ of the
Yeah.
human body.
It's
Okay. What
important to
else?
make decisions, and to make decisions, it's very important. It's helpful.
Mm-hmm. What do you all know regarding, I mean, like those are the functions of the brain. Any kind of early thoughts of the brain when it comes with history? Any kind of early thoughts? Yes. Right. So when it comes with the, I mean, the brain, whatever the things you said was yes, it's totally right. Because like now we know, we do say like brain is the basic function of the human body, and it is the very important organ, and also it controls all our behavior and our body, and also like they're having thinking function, and so many functions are there, kind of that. So I mean, how do you say that? Can you give me an example? How do you say that it controls our whole body? What made you to think like that? Any example? Yes.
Brain
Think and
is
see.
an organ which has several parts.
Mm-hmm.
So each part has its own functions.
Okay.
So using that one, I said it controls the whole body.
Uh-huh.
I know how if I the whole brain system, but when you ask such questions, it's really hard to answer your question.
Yeah, think and see. Like, just give me an example.
Like when we touch something hot, we take it off. When we touch something hot, and then
Okay.
we take it. We quickly take our hand from it because our brain. I'm not a science student, but what I know I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
it sends the brain sends through it sends a message that it is harmful and it is hot, and within that
Okay.
we take it back. So it's like it controls our actions within
Huh.
milliseconds or something.
Right. Yes. Yeah, that is a simple example. Yes, of course. Yes. Right. So, when it comes with the brain, so and also like when it goes to the history, people early stages of even in psychology, philosophy, physiology. So early stages, they say like all the behaviors, especially in psychology. So people talk about whatever the human's behavior. There are two types of behaviors, maladaptive and adaptive behaviors. So all the adaptive behaviors are controlled by function by angels and spirits, and all the maladaptive behaviors are controlled by the demons and evil. ඔය කියන belief එක තමයි they had. All the, I mean, in the history they had that. Now, even in some settings of in current situations, in some cultural settings and some religious settings, still people do believe it and practice it, and people do see whatever the maladaptive behaviors happening because of the demons and devils and all and evils and all, and they used to do all sort of cultural habitual things, kind of tovil bali tovil and yantra mantra, kind of that. So I mean, people do have that believe it, our maladaptive behaviors is being controlled by someone else. ඒක කවුරු හරි ලව්වා කවුරු හරි කන්ට්‍රෝල් කරවන දෙයක් කවුරු හරි කරන දෙයක් කියන එක තමයි. So those thoughts were there, right? So especially like I used to talk about the Sigmund Freud and all, before that Martin Charcot and Joseph Breuer. Even the Sigmund Freud in her initial stages, they practice hypnotism. And why, even though they practice hypnotism, the intention was to find out what is the reason කියන එක. And also they had it like kind of these are the maladaptive behaviors and there could be some reason happen to that කියන එක ඊට කලිනුත් තිබුණා. So after Sigmund Freud, he notified it and say like, no, hypnotism is not going to work out and there is no any kind of something happened, something unknown or unshown reason was not there. So there is some kind of a situation cause for that, and patient or the client has to reveal it, talk about it කියන එක. And even in the psychology for before the Freudian era, so they treated the psychological illness people, hammered and chained them and beat them, kind of that. දැන් ඒක බලිතොවිල් වලදී සමහරට සිද්ධ වෙනවනේ, ගහනවා අර යාතුරේ අරගෙන කියවලින් ගහනවා අර මනුස්සයාට. ඒ වගේ තියෙනවනේ, giving shocks, kind of that. Even that was practiced at those era. So people had that kind of an idea related to this. But there is a physiologist called René Descartes. So René Descartes said once, it's not, and also before, I mean, all sort of psychologists and the physiologists, they believe it. There is, the brain is something else and the body is something else. So brain is separate, body also separate. Mind, not only brain, mind and the body is separate factors. Mind is controlled by someone else and the body is something kind of that. But René Descartes say it's not like that. Human mind and the body is connected to each other and it is connected with the pineal gland. That's what René Descartes say. So that is the first statement done by the related to the psychology, person who related to the psychology. They say human mind and the brain are interconnected with the pineal gland. Right? Is it clear? René Descartes, the name is René Descartes. René Descartes' statement was human mind and the brain are interconnected with the pineal gland. So gland, in a sense, what is the gland? Yes, what is the gland?
Gland is a chemical substances produced in the body.
Gland is a chemical substances producing in the body. In Sinhala we do say granthi කියලා කියනවා. So the chemical substances are the hormones. So hormonal reproducing glands. So the glands, pineal gland is one, the one gland. Is it still there? තාමත් ඇඟේ තියෙන gland එකක්. But like brain එකේ තියෙන්නේ, what is the gland in the brain? Do you all know?
The pituitary gland, is it?
Pituitary gland is the main gland in the human body, not the pineal gland. But however, pineal gland also interconnected with the pituitary gland. So whatever, like even just the gland is different, but René Descartes is the person who mentioned it very first and say, no, human mind and the body are not two separate things. Those things are connected to each other with the pineal gland. So that is something like a very crucial statement done by a psychologist. And also people, after that, people tend to, people tend to talk about these things. And it is something like a highlighted point for them to talk about, especially human mind and the body, or the brain and the body. So there's another one. So after the René Descartes statement, so I said no, people focus more attention on that කියන එක, right? They find out, they did some kind of studies how this happened, how the human mind and brain is interconnected, kind of that. And there was another study, not it is study in a sense like incident, real incident happened. It is says like Phineas Gage study. Phineas Gage study in a sense. Phineas means Phineas. Phineas Gage. Gage. Y'all, I mean, Google it and see the picture of Phineas Gage. So Phineas Gage is the person. He worked as a laborer. So he met with an accident. So the iron pole, one of the very thick iron pole, had gone through his from the left cheek to the, and it has come out from the his brain. So it has gone through inside his skull and come out from the brain. So I mean there was a huge, it's a very very crucial chronic accident. So however, like within all these surgeries and all, he was survived. But after he survived, people noticed some of his behaviors had changed. So now I mean, the wound has already cured, and it's all done, and he was discharged from the hospital, and kind of that. Now physically he's okay. I mean, physical innocence from the appearance, now he's okay. But people notice some of changes of some of the behaviors of Phineas Gage. So I mean, he couldn't remember people, and also his language was declared. Some of the language, I mean, he used to speak a lot, I speak properly, but after the incident, he lost some of his vocabulary and also memory. And also he had some problems with body balancing, kind of that. Lots of problems were there, physical problems. So anyone could see like, okay, now whole the wound was done, I mean cured, and there is no more wound now. Everything is cured. But what happened to the behaviors? Why the behaviors had changed? So nothing has happened to his physical, I mean, nothing has happened to his body except the brain. All the injuries happened to the brain. So this study is one of the, I mean, proven study where that body and the brain is interconnected. So the damage has happened to the brain, even though the wound was cured, still the damage is there in the physically, because the damage is temporary. So you all know, like even in the brain there are brain cells and the neurons. So those brain cells are like, I mean, when it comes with the cells, there is a process of the cell birth, cell division, and the death of the cells. ඕක තමයි හැම සෙල් එකම වෙන්නේ. වැඩෙනවා, සෙල් එකක් මෙයා වෙනවා, ඇති වෙනවා, and then it growth, එක ආය divide වෙනවා තව cells දෙකකට, and then cell death. හැම සෙල් එකක්ම කාලයක් යද්දි මැරෙනවා. අනිවාර්යෙන් මැරෙන්න ඕනේ, ඒක තමයි process එක. But in the neurons, if there's any damage in the brain neurons, it is permanent. That damage is permanent. මොනා කරලවත් ඒ neuron damage එක හදන්න බැහැ. So even in the Phineas Gage study, so he has some of the neurons damaged where the wounded area. So those neurons are not adjusted again. So the damage was permanent. So that is what, and also it's connected to the body. So even though the external parts are, outer layers are fine, so his behaviors are still, I mean, he was having some kind of behavioral problems. So after 6 or 7 years of the incident, he passed away, however. So now I gave the name of y'all, just read the study. Okay, Phineas Gage study. So that is one of the history, like where it's come across. and give some kind of an idea for us. Okay, human brain and the body is interconnected කියලා. Right. So why I explain these things now, since you all are dealing with counseling and psychology, so all the clients comes with us, come to the settings, and they are bringing very first thing that they are coming, bringing up was bringing up is the behaviors. So their complaint is I am having these kind of behaviors, and anyone who come take them and come, even their point is the behaviors. So we have to understand a very good comprehensive understanding related to these behaviors. What made these behaviors to be happen like that? ඒකට අපිට හොඳ අවබෝධයක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. And the other thing is we have to understand in whatever the behaviors done by the person, like it is not done purposefully. ඒ හැම behavior එකටම reason එකක් තියෙනවා. Biological reason එකකුත් තියෙනවා, ඒ වගේම social reason එකකුත් තියෙන්න පුළුවන් through social learning. ළමයා expose වෙලා ළමයා ඒක ඉගෙනගෙන ඒක ගැන disciplinary උනේ නැති වුණොත් ඒකත් ඉතින් ළමයා social learning දැකන දේ ළමයා ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. එහෙමත් then the behavior might have changed. And also there is a biological reason. So we want to think about those two sides before coming to a judging, or before coming to a conclusion of the person's behavior. ඒකනේ වැඩිපුරම impact වෙන්නේ. අපි මොකක් හරි දෙයක් ගැන හිතලා wrong conclusions වලට එනවා. ඒ conclusion එකේ තුලින් අපි react කරන විදිහ, however we react to that particular person is been different. ඒ react එකත් එක්ක ඒ මනුස්සයාට ඇති වෙන තත්ත්වය සහ ඒ impact එක, it will be a huge impact. අපිට තියෙනවා නම් හොඳ අවබෝධයක් මේක නිසයි මෙයාට මෙහෙම වෙලා තියෙන්නේ, then we are having some kind of a very comprehensive knowledge, comprehensive background, and we know why this person, why it has why the behaviors become like this කියන එකට we have some kind of an idea. So when we have that idea, it's easy for you to refer the person for a correct reference, right? So yes, any questions so far? Yes, others, any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Right. So I hope you can see the picture here. The first picture of the brain in the top of the page. So there it's mentioned mainly. So the brain has three main parts. So we do say like the brain has several organs, but we divided into three main parts. First one is forebrain, and the other one midbrain and hindbrain. Hindbrain කියලත් කියනවා, hindbrain කියලත් කියනවා. Right? Forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. So the forebrain, we'll go for the forebrain first. So forebrain එකට තියෙන organs තමයි cerebrum, cerebellum, and the other one is just give me a second. No.
Ma'am, for forebrain, it is cerebrum,
yeah.
thalamus.
Only cerebrum.
Yeah.
The front brain and also forebrain. So
Forebrain.
front brain කියලත් කියනවා, forebrain කියලත් කියනවා. So in the front brain, the cerebrum is the one of the organ in the front brain. So the cerebrum is not cerebellum, cerebrum. So the cerebrum is the larger outer part of the brain. So you all also can see now here ලොකුවටම තියෙන කොටස තමයි forebrain එකේ තියෙන cerebrum එක. So cerebrum එකේ even when the brain is divided two hemispheres කියලා එකක් තියෙනවානේ. Right hemisphere and the left hemisphere කියලා. අර දකුණු කපාලේ මේ කොටස සහ වම් කොටස කියලා brain එක දෙපැත්තට වෙන් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒතර ඒ brain එකේ දෙපැත්තට වෙලා තියෙන hemispheres දෙකම වැහිලා තියෙන්නේ මේ cerebrum එකේ. So cerebrum is the largest one. And also, so from the cerebrum, it controls reading, thinking, learning, speech, emotions, and the muscle movements, planning the muscle movements. Then අපි කතා කරේ දැන් one of the example you taken there, if there is a hot plate, so then I would take my hand voluntary. Involuntary I take my hand away. මම තියාගෙන ඉන්නේ නෑනේ. එතෙන් මම ටක් ගාලා එක ගන්නවා. As far as I feel it, I just take it out. So that is muscle plan එකක්. Muscle movement plan එකක්. මම මොනවද කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා plan කරනවා. So ඒකට cerebrum එකත් involve වෙනවා. ඒ අතේ ටක් ගාලා එළියට ගන්න process එකට. And also in here my cerebrum ekedi there are nerve cells, lots of nerve cells are there, and also the two hemispheres, left hemisphere and the right hemisphere, also interconnected with the bundle of nerves. එදක වෙන් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ අර මැද්දෙන් ගඟක් ගලාගෙන යනවා වගේ එහෙම වෙන් වෙලා නෙමෙයි. So both the hemispheres are interconnected with the bundle of nerve bundle එකකින් තමයි connect වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. The nerve bundle එකකින් තමයි මේ පැත්තේ ඉඳන් අර පැත්තට informations යවන්නේ. So in the brain, so I mean when we are now ගොඩක් informations වෙනවනේ, thinking, reading, listening, hearing, emotional planning, balances and speech, everything. So මේ හැම process එකක්ම වෙන්නේ nerves හරහා තමයි. So all the processes happen through the nerves. So I mean in the brain there are a whole lot of nerve bundles. Nerves කියන ඒවා සෑහෙන්න තියෙනවා මේ brain එකේ හැම තැනම nerves තියෙනවා. හැම එක තැනක, and also these nerves are interconnected. එක nerve එකකින් තව nerve එකකට connect වෙනවා. හරිය නිකන් chain එකක් වගේ. එතකොට මේ chain එකක තියෙන පොඩි කෑල්ලක් ගැලවුණොත් ඒකට මොන හරි damage එකක් වුණොත් එතකොට connect වෙනවද? ඒක join වෙනවද line එක? No, I mean it's disconnected. දැන් බලන්න අපි electric passes එකදී මැදෙන් කපලා දැම්මොත් එහෙම the electric pass එක disconnect වෙනවා. bulb එක පත්තු වෙන්නේ නැහැ. So it's disconnected. ඒක connect වෙන්න ඕනේ. So every nerve there is a path. හැම chain ගොඩාක් තියෙනවා. There are number of chains are there. So each and every nerves are interconnected to each other. Right? Okay. Right. So just I mentioned about the nerves and all. You all don't need to go in like in details, like what kind of nerves, kind of that I just mentioned y'all, but you all have to remember like cerebrum එකෙන් මොනවද වෙන්නේ කියන එක very very important. If you all having දැන් ඔතන print out තාම අරගෙන නැහැනේ, but like just highlight it. You have to highlight the functions of the cerebrum. So controlling reading, thinking, learning, speech, emotions, plan muscles, over තමයි cerebrum එකෙන් වෙන්නේ කියන එක තමයි you all have to keep it that in your mind. Right? And this then I talk about the hemispheres. So these hemispheres, 4 hemispheres having even can be cerebrum එකම තමයි. cerebrum එක කොටස් 4කට බෙදෙනවා. There are 4 parts, right? So now hemisphere means 2 hemispheres means the same cerebrum. So it is having 4 sections called frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe and occipital lobe. What are the 4 lobes?
Frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, temporal lobe.
Oh, frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal and occipital lobe. So those are the 4 lobes of the cerebrum එකේ නැත්තම් two hemispheres වල brain එකේ four එක නෙමෙයි. හොඳට මතක තියාගන්න. It's not the four parts of the brain. It is four parts of the cerebrum or the two hemispheres, right? So the frontal lobe, so you can see the picture. Frontal lobe is just a front side. ඉස්සරහ කොටස. දැන් අපි නළලත් එක ගත්තාම නළලේ ඉඳලා from the forehead to the top of the head. ඔය ටික තමයි frontal lobe එක. Clear? So from the top of the head to the back side, I mean the neck bone, it is occipital lobe. Right? Not on the, sorry, I mentioned from the top of it. No. Like from the forehead to the top of the head, it is frontal lobe. So from top of the head to just to the back. යටටම නෙමෙයි, just to some පොඩ්ඩක් පොඩි කොටසක්. ඒක parietal lobe, and under the parietal lobe අර neck bone එක තියෙන්නේ. අපේ බෙල්ලත් එක්කම කියන අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් කියන කුඩා මොලේ, small brain, ඔහොමම කියනවනේ, we have some words kind of that. ඒ ටික තමයි occipital lobe එක. And the temporal lobe is just behind the two ears. කන දෙපැත්තේ තියෙන කොටස තමයි temporal lobe කියලා කියන්නේ. Is it clear?
Yeah, ma'am.
The frontal lobe is from forehead to the top of
Upper
the
mid part.
Yes. And the parietal lobe is just on top of the head. And the occipital is backside of the head. Temporal is both, I mean, it's behind the two ears on the both sides. Right? So from the frontal lobe is doing, I mean, the controls personality, decision making. So controls personality in a sense, like it is something like decision making, and also very first stage also Freud talk about the human mind. Can you all remember iceberg theory?
Yes.
Yes. What are the factors of iceberg theory? Yes. What are the factors of iceberg theory? Human mind ke monada kotas tika? Yes. What are the factors of human mind according to the iceberg theory?
Id, ego, super
Id, ego, super
So
ego.
id, ego, super ego.
Super ego.
So the decision making and thinking, critical thinking. So however, like to go beyond the id and go to the super ego is our thinking. Thinking, critical thinking, decision making, so that is personality, right? So it is controlling factor is there in the frontal lobe, and decision making, reasoning in a sense, inductive reasoning and deductive reasoning, ඔය දෙකම තියෙනවා. Right? And the temporal lobe controls the memory, speech, and sense of smell, and also sense of hearing.
Can you repeat it, ma'am?
Yes. Frontal lobe. So frontal lobe එකෙන් කරන දේ තමයි frontal lobe does the controlling, decision making, reasoning කිව්වහම deductive reasoning, inductive reasoning, all there. And also speak, movement, make facial expressions, organizing.
Those are coming under controlling personality.
Frontal lobe. No, frontal lobe.
Yeah, frontal lobe, there's a one function of controlling personality.
Yeah, those are the functions I'm telling about.
Yeah, the decision making, reasoning, those are coming under that, right?
Frontal lobe, yes. So not only the frontal lobe, then සමහරලාට memory කියලා කිව්වම memory එක frontal lobe එකෙත් තියෙනවා, hippocampus එකෙත් තියෙනවා. Right? Not only in the one area, there could be some functions are controlled by several organs. So from the frontal lobe as well, it's control the facial expressions, body movement, problem solving, remember memory, and controlling emotions and attention. I will tell you all important factors, then you all just write down. ඔගලන්ගේ තරමට ඕන කරණය මම දෙන්නම්. Then you all can just highlight it and you all can read this note as well. This is extra knowledge for you all. So then once I'm telling you all, just write down there. Those are the important factors for your level. Okay? Right. Next one is parietal lobe. So parietal lobe is located to the upper area of our brain. I mean the top of the brain, kind of that. So there is a picture. So I mean the lobes, how it is located. So the pink one is frontal lobe. Green color is given parietal lobe. Occipital lobe is in just a yellow color and the blue color is a temporal lobe. So temporal lobe is both sides are there. Right? So remember this, all the lobes are there in forebrain or front brain. Okay? So still we are talking about the front brain or the forebrain. So I mean the cerebrum. මේ cerebrum එක තව බෙදෙන කොටස් හතර තමයි මේ. Clear?
Yeah.
Right. So the parietal lobe, it also controlling like
Sensory.
sorry. Yes, any questions? Right. So the parietal lobe is mainly with the sensors, touch, and also there is a slight connected with the vision as well. And the touch and also body awareness and spatial orientation. Spatial orientation means like how we use the space කියන එක, like visual spatial management. Then picture එකක් identify කරගත්තට මදිනේ, we have to have a very clear idea how to draw it. Now I can see the flower and I know it is called flower, and then I just trace that image in my mind and then I translate into the paper when I ask to draw a flower. So then unless I don't have this function, spatial orientation, ඒ කියන්නේ කොලයක් කොහොම කියන්නේ දැන් අපි space එකක් තියෙන space එකක්, how we going to manage it? It is also one skill. අපි දැක්ක දේ කොහොමද කොලයට දාගන්නේ කියන එක. And like as a teacher, sometimes you all may have seen it, some children, they draw pictures just at the corner of the page or top corner of the page or bottom corner of the page, and sometimes just in the middle, and there is no any other things. ඔක්කොම එක ගොඩේ අදිනවා, everything is stuck in the one place. කොලේ ගොඩ ඉඩ තියෙනවා, but not using the whole page. They find difficult to use the whole page. They just put their ideas. දැන් zoo එකක් අඳින්නකොම සත්තු ඔක්කොම දානවා. හැබැයි like all the animals are there, all the animals are drawn on the paper, but not haven't used the whole paper properly. මුළු කොලේම හරියට පාවිච්චි කරලා නැහැ. එහෙම පොඩි යාගේ චිත්‍ර සමහරට ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැකලා ඇති. දැකලා තියෙනවද? Have you all seen kind of that? The teachers?
Yes.
Ma'am.
Yeah. So, I mean, then sometimes like we do say, why can't you see the space here, right? Why can't you use the space? නේ මෙහි ඉඩ තියෙනවනේ කියලා අපි සමහර ළමයාට එක එක ඒවා කියනවා. But that is also brain function. Use the space. Space එක භාවිතා කරන විදිය. And sometimes even when we ask them to write, line එකේ ලියන්න බෑ. Especially line එකේ ලියනකොට drawing කරන problem එක තියෙන්නේ. And even in the practical life, if we ask them to arrange the books or something, it is not neatly done. And even if we ask them to keep chairs on a line or something, එක හරියට තියන්න එක classroom එකක් arrange කරන එක හිතා ගන්න බෑ. Sometimes they will just stuck the chairs at the one corner of the wall, that's it. And they don't know how to use the given space properly. Or creatively space manage karaganda, they find difficult to do that. So that's also one of the brain functions. So from the parietal lobe, it's been controlled, right? And mainly it plays an important role in integrating the sensory informations, integrating in a sense, like it collects from this lobe, it collects all the sensory informations, visual, auditory, kinesthetic, olfactory, and tasting, everything. And then they, interconnect each other and do the necessary reactions, and with the muscle movements, kind of that. So they do the necessary reactions from the body, right? Yes, and also for numbers, even numbers, the mathematical knowledge, numbers also is the process by the parietal lobe, and even the language comprehension, body positions and movements. And these children, like if they have some problems with parietal lobe, they have some problems, they are getting problems with left and right directions. Then සමහර දරුවෝ ඉන්නවා in the classroom settings and or in sometimes clinical settings, we always like they find difficult to see the right side, right hand කියලා කිව්වම නැහැ, හරිම confused. Left hand කිව්වම very very confused. Right leg, left leg නෑ, හරිම confused. අනිත් අය කරන දේ බලලා තමයි කරන්නේ. And even like when they ask, දැන් පාරක් එහෙම කියද්දී එන පාරක් adultsලත් ඉන්නවා එහෙම. අර left side කියන එක හරි ටිකක් අමාරුයි. අඳුර ගන්න ටිකක් වෙලාවක් යනවා ඒ වගේ. And identification also same. Left, right, slanted, straight way, ඔය වගේ ඒවා directions ටිකක් අමාරුයි. මේ parietal lobe එකේ මොන හරිම ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා නේද? මේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් කියලා කියන්නේ දැන් මෙතන information process කරන්න, sensory informations process කරන්න හරි, even to the left side and right side direction එක process කරන්නත්, what they really need, what is the function happening there, what has to be function? Informations process when, what has to be there? මොනවලින්ද? From what it has been transferred?
Nerves.
Nerves. Organs තිබුණාට මදි. Everyone has the organs. ඔය organs හැමෝටම තියෙනවා. But the basic thing is the nerves. ඔය nerves හරියට වෙන්නේ නැත්නම්, if there is a nerve damage or if there is some slow process in the nerves, then only children and people, human being, getting such problems. And parietal lobe එකේ nerves හරියට වැඩ කරන්නේ නැත්නම්, then they are having language comprehension. Someone language කතා කරනවා, but comprehension, understanding is less. And sometimes like they are okay with language, but number problem is there, right? And sometimes like they are really okay with numbers and everything is there, but information processing is very slow. Even though child can read and identify the numbers, everything, but child takes time. Sometimes එක ළමයෙකුට ටක් ගාලා කිව්වහම කරාම මෙයා ටිකක් විනාඩියක් දෙකක් ඩිලේ වෙනවා. Not that she is reluctant. දැන් අපි සමහරට ඒක misunderstand කරනවා. The child is stubborn and not answering at very first, takes time. මූණ දිහා බලාගෙන ඉන්නවා, ignore කරනවා එහෙම කියලා. Not that. It's not ignoring or something. They are having some children, some people having some problems with information processing speed differ. Each and everyone has particular speed. Samahara's speed harima fast very quickly, but sometimes some of them speed is very slow and takes time. It doesn't mean that they don't know. දන්නේ නැතිකම නෙමෙයි. That they can't remember නෙමෙයි. They remember everything, but the process is very slow. Right? Any questions so far?
Miss,
Yeah.
so there's identifying this direction and stuff. Like, if there is a student like that, like, how do we like treat them? Like, is there any solution for this problem? Like,
Solutions in a sense like for the brain functions and nerve things, nerve problems, we really don't have medication kind of that, because it's not hormone something, it's not related to the hormones. It's always depend on the activities. Like හිතන්න, it is just like a machine එකක් වගේ. දැන් machine එක වැඩ කරන්නේ නැතුව දැන් ඒක හරිම slow. Then what we have to do is we want to put some oil. ඒකට කරන්න ඕනේ අපි oil එකක් දාලා තව එකකින් වැඩ කරනවා. So then we worked it. So while we are working with work and all, so it gets speed. සමහරවිට දැන් අලුතෙන් ගත්ත machine එකක් වගේ නෙමෙයි, ටික කාලයක් පාවිච්චි කරගෙන and the speed is really good. And just think about the door, newly fixed door එකක් ගන්න, newly fixed door lock එකක් දාලා අරිද්දි කරාද it's very tight නේද? ටිකක් තදයි, අරින්න අමාරුයි, we find difficult to open, it's very tight, it's very hard. හැබැයි ටික දවසක් අරගෙන යද්දි like just we are keep on opening and closing and locking it, it's fine. And very smoothly, like we don't need to push or pull or put effort, put pressure or something. It's smoothly going on, right? So that is the thing. Like when the things are related to with nerves things, we want to do practicing. Practicing is the thing. The direction අමතක ළමයි yes. You're having a child in your classroom. So this child has some problem with left and right. So then you all can have it more gross motor activities. So especially with the small children, it is very, very important to have gross motor activity. Just a 10-15 minutes per day is very good. So then you can do some more gross motor activities like left leg up, right leg up, stretch the left leg, stretch the right leg, left hand, raise your left hand, raise your right hand. ඒකත් එක්ක අපි දිගට මේවා කරද්දි then you can ask from the child, yes, yes Roy, can you tell me which hand is rising up now? Is it right hand or left hand? And the other thing, very good thing is like in your shoes, like y'all can mark it L and R, left, right, and even the hand on the palm can write L and R. So then once they see it, L represent left side, right represent right side. Right, and අපේ සමහරලට තියෙන බත් කන අත එහෙම කියලා. ඉතින් බත් කන අත කිව්වොත් සමහර ළමයි වමිනුත් බත් කනවනේ. It is sometimes අර හැම වෙලෙම practical නෑ. But y'all can put L and R and say. එතකොට ඉතින් බත් කොයි අතෙන් කෑවත් left and right is permanent නේ. Child won't confuse it. Then the child will learn. හැබැයි ඉතින් we have to keep on asking that. ඒක හැම වෙලේම අහන්න ඕනේ and tend to the child to the gross motor activities kind of that. Even where when the child is doing fine motor activities, you all can mention left side කියන එක. So you all can say like, okay, now which hand you are going to hold your scissor, kind of that. ඒවත් එක්ක once the child having a very good idea about left and right, I mean the verbal idea, so then you all can practice some activities. Turn to right side. Okay, now go straight. Turn to left side, like that. Through practice, I think we have to improve that. Right? Is it clear?
Yes, miss.
Any questions? Others? Okay, so then we'll go to the other one, occipital lobe. So occipital lobe is located in the, even in the picture it's mentioned, back of our brain. So main function of occipital lobe is the visual. So it is mainly associated with the visual processing, right? And also visual recognition, visual attention, spatial analysis. So all the things related to the visual, and also like visual perception of our body language. So postures, expressions, gestures, what mainly the visual. Then this is one of the, I mean the experience, not that I overheard, can mama දැකපු incident එකක්. So some years ago, so I worked in one of the hospital, and then one of the boy, very small boy කෙනෙක්, so the boy was taken to the hospital. So then so I was, so for some reason I went to the OPD, and I was over there, and usually like the small child, when the small child are taken to a hospital, so everyone's attention goes so this child was unconscious also at that time. So and some parent කෙනෙක් තමයි උස්සගෙන ආවා, I think. Parent also very excited, and ළමයට සිහිය නැහැ එහෙම කියලා ආවා. So then we asked what happened, මොනවද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා. Then said the child had සෙල්ලම් කරද්දී වැටිලා ළමයා. The child had a fall and knocked into a stone or something. මොකක් හරි එක ඔළුව වැදිලා. හැබැයි child doesn't have any wound. කොහෙවත් ඔළුවේ තුවාල වෙලා නැහැ. No wound at all. So then after that, so then child was admitted to the hospital. So then I came down to my clinic, and also the next day, so since it's a small child and what happened, so I just met one of the nurse and I asked like what happened with that child කියලා. I think පොඩි ළමයෙක් ගෙනාවා එහෙම කියලා, because that nurse was at that time. Then after කොහොම හරි දවස් දෙක තුනකට විතර පස්සේ, then we got to know that child has got some I mean the child was conscious now. He got the, I mean he was unconscious when he was admitted to the hospital, but now he's fine, he recovered and all. So I mean no wounds also, but child has got some problems with his vision. Can blur වෙලා වගේ එහෙම කියලා. So then he was transferred to another hospital. This also base hospital, but he was transferred to another national hospital because he has got some, not totally, some problems, some issues related to his vision. So they have done the scan and all. So in his brain, so can you all guess which part has been damaged? So occipital lobe has damage. So I don't know what, I mean what up to what extent, what extent that has been damaged, but not fully. මුළුම පේන්නේ නැතුව ගිහින් නෙමෙයි, but then after that they give the treatments kind of that. So then I overheard that, I mean again the child was transferred to here හරි මොකක් හරි වෙලා තිබුණා. So however, so I don't know after that what happened, but the movement, like I mean before he transferred and all, what they found out was, so he has got some vision problem, slight vision problems because of this. So in his brain, nothing has other parts, nothing has happened to the other part. Only the occipital part has been damaged, and there's a few kind of some structure got over there. So that is thing. දැන් අපිට ළමයා වැටුණා කියලා කවුරුත් no one think නේ සමහරට හිතන්නේවත් නේ අපි හිතන්නේ ඒක ඔළුව පැලෙයි එහෙම වෙයි කියලානේ and also we think like ඔළුව පැලෙයි නැත්තම් තුවාලයක් වෙයි ඔළුව කැක්කුම හැදෙයි වගේ මිසක් like පෙනීමකට එහෙම පොඩි එකක් වෙයි කියන එක people don't think like that but like I mean there are organs which related to the vision and all so දැන් එයාගේ චුට්ටයි එහෙම ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැතුව ඒක ලොකු ඩැමේජ් එකක් නෑ but if the huge damage happened to the occipital lobe the person might go on for blind forever so there is that risk factor as well and sometimes like after the accident some people once they get the brain wounds in their brain even though the wound is cured and after surgeries and all they are having memory problems and also they are having hearing problems and the behaviors are not as usual as they were ඒ වගේ problems තියෙනවානේ and සමහරලාට මොනවාද people are being paralyzed ඇඟේ කිසිම තුවාලයක් නැහැ හැබැයි සමහරට කකුල් අතපය පණ නැහැ that's also because of a body balances now in the cerebrum making control වෙනවනේ movement the body movements balances so able to damage so then I mean they find difficult to move their body and nerves are being damaged sensory issues sensory processing nerves damage them is like they can't understand even it is a pain even if they hurt by something they can't understand right and there are people who like that where they find difficult to I mean the sensory problems are there even if there is a cut or wound something තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. අපි කියලා සමහරට pain එක දැනෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. Not that they I mean pain එක දැනෙන්නේ නැති කම නෙමෙයි. There is no sense for them. pain එක දැනෙන්නේ නැහැ තමයි. හැබැයි එතන තියෙන්නේ අර ගලන්ට දැනෙන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් මෙහෙම කවුරු හරි එතන ඇල්ලුවා වුණත් තදින් ඇල්ලුවා වුණත් even we pinch them or sometimes if there is a cut also sometimes they just wait. අර log එකක් වගේ උහි ඉන්නවා. Especially special needs kids they have that problems and also autism kids they are having sensory problems and having issues with the pain they really find and there is a I mean they have problem with language also where they don't know how to express the pain and in the other way around they have the same problem like where they don't feel it මේක රිද්දෙනවා එහෙම කියන එකක් දැනෙන්නේ නැහැ Right. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so when I talk about this pain, I just remember this. There was a child in my special needs unit. So now she's not there. She has the problem. She is having with a very rare brain damage problem. So she has huge problem with her pain, sensory things. So even like sometimes she's stamped on someone's can කවුරු ඉඳගෙන ඉඳුනොත් පාගල නැකිට්ටත් she don't feel it. මෙහෙම මං කාව හරි මේවා කරා කියලා but like it is not done by purposefully. She never does things by purposefully but like she doesn't feel it. I stamp on someone and even like the cut like one day like when we were doing cookery so she was about to cut her finger but she didn't feel that so I was there next to her and I got like really excited and put my whole dump and just move her hand but she didn't like she was just smiling and looking at me she didn't like realize it even the cut අර කැපුන් නැහැ but අර තද වුණාම තියෙන්නේ ඒ වගේ පාරකුත් හිටිනවා but she didn't feel it So ඒ වගේ ළමයි ඉන්නවා සමහර වෙලාවට. So in our classroom, especially like autism kids, they have that problem. ඒගොල්ලන්ට ලොකුට දැනෙන්නේ. So it's very dangerous because we have to be very aware and very concerned about the environment then. Tool වගේ තියෙන sharp tools තියෙන environment එකට expose කරන්න නැතුව we have to be very careful. සමහර බබාලන තුවාල වෙලා ලේත් යන ඔහේ ඉන්නවා. කියන්න තේරෙන්නෙත් නැහැ, පේන් එකක් කියන්න තේරෙන්නෙත් නැහැ ඒ වගේ. Right? Okay, so the other one is temporal lobe. So the temporal lobe also the same, like it's located near our ears, behind our ears, and mainly its associations with the auditory stimuli, the auditory informations, the things we hear, so the information processing over tamai karanne. Whatever the auditory information analysis and auditory attention and auditory recognition. So all sort of things related to the auditory, right? And also mainly auditory, like occipital also mainly visual, temporal also mainly auditory, but rather than that, it also does the the verbal memory and also language production and the comprehending the spoken language. Right?
Ma'am, for deaf, dumb, and blind people, what kind of
Yeah.
function is done by these parts? Like if
Mainly blind nang occipital. So they are having some nerve problems with occipital.
Yeah, that means no function done by the brain for that vision, for the visual.
No, that means
Like for us, we can see, so the function is done by the occipital lobe, but since a
Yeah.
blind person is blind, there is no function done by that.
So the reason for blind is sometimes mainly there are lots of reasons. If there is something, even the brain damage, so the patient or the person can be blind. Even sometimes if there are nerves in the eyes, eye nerves වල ප්‍රශ්නයක් නම්, if the eye nerves are dead and all, so then that also could lead to the blindness. Is that, I'm not clear with the question. Is that your question?
Yeah. Then if the eye nerves are damaged there, occipital lobe does not do any function. Like it's not damaged, but the eye nerves are damaged because of that.
Eye nerves are damaged, yes. So then even, when the eye nerves are damaged, but even sometimes then eye nerves damage unata, so tears and all, they are getting tears.
Yeah.
Tearing comes, brain nerves can tear. So then brain information process එක ඇහැට දැනෙන දේ, දැන් හිතන්න මොන හරි දෙයක් ඇහැට pain එකක් ආව කියලා eye muscle එකට, then they can feel it. Eye muscle pain ඒව දැනෙනවා. අර කියන්නේ visual sensors උත් එක්ක තියෙන ඒවා, that is there. But the sense කියන function එකට තියෙන nerves damage නම් තමයි blindness වෙන්නේ.
Yeah, so the same case for deaf people as well.
Deaf people as deaf අයට ගොඩක් වෙලාට ඉතින් they are having that, also having problems with the system නේ. අර තියෙන, actually I don't know what is the Sinhala word, English word for that. Eardrum කියලා කියන්නේ කම්බරය. So if there are problems with eardrum එක damage වෙලා නම්, then they are having a problem with hearing.
Like most of the deaf people are dumb also. Like, why is that?
Sorry, most of
that deaf people, they can't talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason is is it connected with the brain something?
Yeah, not connected with the brain, of course, kind of brain connected එකකුත් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. ENT කියලා කියනවානේ. Eye, nose, throat. ඒකත් එක්ක it's connected වෙන එකකුත් තියෙනවා, but the mainly when the person is deaf, so then can they hear it anything?
No.
Deaf people, they can't hear it. So once they can't hear it, like, I mean, how can they learn the word? එහෙම එකකුත් තියෙනවා, like automatically they get dumb. When once they are not hearing the things, they don't know what are the words. But if they train them to, so they train with the lip movement sensors අනුව train කරනවා. ඒ train කරාම then with the time, like sometimes they tend to make the sounds and all, but they find very difficult. ඇහෙන්නේ නැතුව කියන්න බෑනේ මොනවද මේ වෙන්නේ කියලා. Sounds මුකුත් ඇහෙන්නේ. So automatically they get dumb. That is linked with the මේකේ deaf එකේ තියෙන process එකත් එක්ක, so it linked to the dumb. But if the, I mean the ENT connection එකත් එක්කත්, so then it could be, but there is actually I really don't know in depth understanding of is there's a very very biological කියන්නේ organic connection එකක් තියෙනවද කියන්නේ, up to my knowledge I don't know. I'll refer it to all and let you all know.
Okay, ma'am. And
But
ma'am,
mostly, yeah, but mostly that is the case. Like dumb people, since they find if they can't hear anything, so they don't know how to pronounce it. But they do the lip movement. Have you all seen the some people, dumb people, they talk without the sound, but lip movements are there. So that is one technique they are following in the deaf and blind school in Sri Lanka, even in India, most of the other countries. They do that, and there is a movie called Black also. They find that instructor use following that. It's a Hindi movie, Black. So using the sensors, lip sensors. අටට මෙහෙම දැන් instructor ගේ train කරන්නේ ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ instructor හරි කවුරු හරි වචනයක් කියද අපි හිතන flower කියලා ඒක palm එක තියෙනවා එයාගේ කටට. එතකොට then we can feel it නේ. කොහොමද වෙන්නේ කියන එක. එහෙම නැත්නම්, so then we watch it. They watch it properly. Then watch කරලා lips move කරනවා. කොහොමද වෙන්නේ කියන එක. හැබැයි they can't hear the sound. Sound එක ඇහෙන්නේ නැහැ. එතකොට අර sound එක එළියට එන්නේ නැහැ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට, but movements are there, so the other people can understand කියන්නේ මොනවාද කියන එක. සමහර අයගේ sounds උත් එනවා, හැබැයි not properly. The main reason is that they can't hear anything, but they see. They can see the things. Right? Then there could be the biological thing also, but I don't know, like I haven't been gone through that to explain you in deeply and truly like what is the connected, but there is a biological connected to also ENT. I nose throat එකත් එක්ක පොඩි connection එකකුත් තියෙනවා, but mostly nerve connection එකක් නම් නැහැ, brain connection එකක් නම් නැහැ.
yes, ma'am, some deaf people, like when they put that hearing machine, they hear. That means that they hear only if there is a problem with the eardrum. That machine works.
Yes, I mean when they have the eardrum nerves නේ තියෙන්නේ.
Yeah.
So they are having hertz. Eardrum එකේ hertz කියලා එකක් තියෙනවා. So if a human being, they have the one particular hertz. අපිට අදාළ hertz එකක් තියෙනවා. So sometimes our hertz level is very low. එහෙමනම් then they put the machine, so from there it recharge it and giving some power kind of that, and then recharge the nerves, and then they can hear a hertz level වැඩි කරනවා. එතකොට they can hear it.
Yeah, that machine won't work for the people who are having the problem with the temporal lobe.
Temporal lobe එකේ අර permanent severe damage එකක් නම් no, not working. හැබැයි half පොඩි damages තිය සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම උපතින්ම සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම කන් ඇහෙන්නේ නැති අය ඉන්නවානේ. ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ සමහර අයට ඒක වැඩ කරන්නේ නැහැ. හැබැයි සමහර අයට පොඩ්ඩක් තියෙන issue එකක් තියෙන අයත් එක්ක ඔය මේ machine එක වැඩ කරනවා. and සමහර අයට they say no point of putting කියලා කියන්නේ.
Yeah, ma'am. One of my cousin brother is also there. He he was not deaf since when he was born. Like halfway he met an accident.
Okay.
Because of that, he lost his hearing and he was dumb. He was mute. Then later he was using that machine, so now he can hear. hear and talk with like hands and all, but only can talk little words, like
Little
one or two words.
words. Yeah, little words. I mean, like they
Because
fine. Like
it
even
is
in my
due to that
unit.
membranes broken.
Sorry.
Like due to that hard shock given to that eardrum only,
Okay.
it has happened.
So the once the eardrum was damaged, I mean once
Yeah,
the hard shock was taken to the eardrum, so the nerves, definitely nerves would have
that membrane
damaged.
tears apart.
So that's the thing. So I mean that's what I said it more beginning also. Once the nerves damaged, we can't reassure them. We can't make them again. That damage is permanent. Whatever the damage happened, that damage is permanent, not like the brain cells kind of that. So there are especially like the dumb people, so they speak like few words. I mean all the like lip movement වලින් කතා කරාට, even though they move their lips and all, but they are having very small vocabulary like that. Yeah, we have kind of one person now, minor staff lady, so she also same deaf, and I mean she's now talking little bit, but she moves all his lips. Then kama yes, we can understand that kama but sometimes kama කියන එක කියනවා, ගෙනාව කියන එක ඇහෙන්නේ නැහැ. Few words can be heard, but other movements are superb, kind of that. So yeah.
Ma'am, the child having problem with the parietal lobe is called as a slow learner.
No, not only parietal lobe.
Any lobe
Slow
then?
learner, yeah. Not only parietal lobe. Slow, I mean just in even in the parietal lobe, it's just I mean just few things are being controlled in the body awareness, spatial orientation, kind of sense of other sensors, behaviors, වගේ පොඩි දේවල්නේ. So I mean then අපි ගත්තොත් එහෙම then even in the parietal lobe there is a sense I mean the sense functioning such as vision. So the vision එක parietal lobe එකකින් විතරක් නෙමෙයි, not only the parietal lobe, mainly occipital lobe. Like as I mentioned earlier also, then memory එක ගත්තොත් memory එක even in the hippocampus memory is there, frontal lobe memory is there. ඒතර memory එක අරකටම විතරක් නෙමෙයි, even in the frontal lobe it's been function. කොහේ කොහොම වුණා වුණත් දැන් just හිතන්න දැන් frontal lobe එකේ memory කොටසයි damage උනේ කියලා. So then the child would have slight problems with memory. කොහේ ඕනම තැනක පොඩි හරි damage එකක් වුණොත් child, even human being person find difficult to, and they struggle with to do the things in normally. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Right. Any questions? If my answer is not clear, please tell me. I'll explain it again.
Ma'am, I don't know whether it's okay asking this. Is like this only. Like if I see a child, how to tell that? Yeah, he's a little bit slow in his or her work. How to recognize whether that child is suffering in like having some problem with the brain or having some problem in his mind?
Mind in a sense? You mean in his thoughts?
Yeah, yeah, in his thoughts.
So if it is something with the thoughts, obviously child would do the works. Previous performers have to have very good performance. So when you realize it, like like this, unless there is a sudden accident or traumatic incident happened, something death of a loved one or some kind of an accident, unexpected accident, kind of that happened in the life. So then there could be some brain damages. And also if there is some kind of then something shock, psychologically shock incident එකක් නම්, there could be some nerve damages in the brain. And the other reason is physical accident, facing physical accident and get damage for the brain injuries, right? And the other one is surgeries, and the other one is from the birth. Surgeries and illnesses. සමහර තියෙන ඔය මේ rat fever, yellow fever, and what is it called? What is it? Oh my god, I forgot it.
Call it
Vaccine.
jaundice.
No, vaccine එකකුත් දෙන්නේ.
For this
German
yellow
something.
fever, ma'am?
කහවුන.
Yeah, we call it jaundice for that.
Yeah, yellow fever කියලාත් කියනවා, jaundice කියලාත් කියනවා. And rat fever එකත් ගොඩක් වෙලාවට infect වෙනවා.
Yeah.
And sorry, I can't remember that. The small children given the vaccine also for that for 3 months. Is there any mothers here? Okay, when I remember, I'll tell you all. So, evage some reasons can fevers or some diseases nisa, there could be brain damages, right? So the illnesses, and the other thing is surgeries, and the other part is long-term, sometimes long-term illnesses. ලොකු අයගේ නම් ගොඩක් වෙලාවට long-term diabetic, long-term high pressure, and sometimes heart at blood clots තියෙන මේ වෙලා brain tumors නිසා, and also like all these surgeries, sudden brain surgeries kind of that, and psychological stressors and physical accidents like road accidents kind of that. And from the birth, prenatal development එකේ birth එකේදී when a brain damages ඇරෙන්න වෙන කිසිම තැනකදී brain damages වෙන්නේ නැහැ. If the child has faced some kind of one of the incident in his life, so then there could be some brain damage happen within the child, and the child could have shown some kind of differences in his behavior. So that is one thing to gauge y'all. If the child, now just assume like if the child comes to the school, so he had met with an road accident, so he's been hospitalized for months and months, and after that he comes to the school and he showed some kind of differences in his studies. So obviously it could happen because of this road accident. So as a teacher, what you all have to do is, monitor the differences of the child, list it down and refer that to the parents. Just tell them, okay, go to the doctor and inform them the child is showing these kind of differences in his behavior. The child was not like that earlier. As a teacher, that you all have to do that. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කරන්න තියෙන්නේ ඒක තමයි. එහෙම කිසිම දෙයක් නැත්තම්, so then like හිතන්නකෝ last year he was in grade 2, and you all were the same class teacher, and you already knew the child performed very well, but in grade 3, no, the performance is less. And also you went to the parents and asked and find out and look for any kind of traumatic incident happened in the life. සමහරට psychological stressor එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම හිකුත් වෙලා නැත්නම් the big incident එකක්, ලොකුවට දැනෙන incident එකක් වෙලා නැත්නම්, shocking incident එකක් වෙලා නැත්නම්, so then it is something related to the thought. Brain damage එකක් නෙමෙයි එතන තියෙන්නේ, thoughts. Then you have to talk to the child and find out why. What is happened in the child. Obviously, there is some kind of incident happened which makes some kind of psychological impact to the child. ඒ කියන්නේ thought එක එයාගේ මොකක් හරි irrational thought එකක් තියෙනවා ඒ වෙලාවට. What is the thought කියන එක හොයාගෙන we have to change the behavior. එතනදී තියෙන්නේ brain damage එකක් නෙමෙයි, not the brain damage, but when the child keep on having the same thought, if it is negative thought, then child would release the negative hormones. එතන තියෙන chemical imbalance එකක්, not the brain damage. I don't know. Is it clear? Did I make any sense?
Yeah, that means the hormone imbalance.
Yeah, definitely. If there is something thought related එකක් නා. දැන් අර brain damage එකක් වෙන්න මුකුත් උනාද? ඒ කියන්නේ brain organ damage එකක් වෙන්න? The child performs last year very well and this year not performing very well, and up to your knowledge there isn't any physical incident happen. Brain damage එකක් වෙන්න physically මොන හරි වුණාද, external මොන හරි වුණාද ළමයට?
No.
වුණාද? Was there a physical external incident happen?
No.
No. So there isn't any physical incident happened over there. So then there is no brain organ damage එකක් නැහැ. Obviously yes, nerve damage එකක් නැහැ. There is no nerve damage. That's 100% sure. But there could be there obviously it is thought now. මොකක් හරි thought එකක් නිසා තමයි යා දැන් ඕක වැඩ කරන්නේ නැත්තේ. යා වැඩ කරපු ළමයෙක් කලින්. ඒත් වැඩ කරලා දැන් වැඩ කරන්නේ නැත්තම් of course then there is something has happened with the child, psychological impact එකක් වෙන incident එකක් වෙලා තියෙනවා. Then you want to find out what is that incident and what kind of thoughts that child has towards himself, and you talk to the child and just find out what are the reasons kind of that. So ඒකත් එක්ක, so sometimes child may need to go for a counseling or sometimes psychiatric, to refer to a psychiatrist, because then the thought එකක් අපි මාස 3කට more than 3 months if you are going to think the same thing, එකම thought cycle එක ආයෙම renew කර if we go for a more than 3 months, then it will affect for our hormones. අපි මොන හරි යමක් අපි නෙගටිව් දෙයක් හිතද්දි අපේ ඇඟෙන් රිලීස් වෙන්නේ නෙගටිව් hormones. අපි happy දෙයක් හිතද්දි අපේ ඇඟෙන් රිලීස් වෙන්නේ happy hormone. Right? අපි නෙගටිව් දෙයක් හිතද්දි අපේ ඇඟෙන් මේ පිට වෙන neurotransmitters කියලා කියන්නේ epinephrine, norepinephrine කියන neurotransmitters. But when we are happy, like dopamine kind of neurotransmitters, ඕවා තමයි පිට වෙන්නේ. So ඔයගලන්ට neurotransmitters වල ලොකු නම් අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ, but you all have to know is when we are sad, our hormones, we are releasing sad hormones. When we are nerves, we are releasing nerves hormone. I mean our hormones also, like we are releasing particular nerves hormones. When we are angry also we are releasing the hormones which make us restless kind of that. When we are happy also, we are releasing happy hormones and neurotransmitters. That is the way of happening in our body. එතකොට එතන brain damage එකක් නැහැ. Then there is a chemical imbalance එකක් තියෙන්නේ. Then we have to refer to the psychiatric and balance the chemical, balance the imbalance of the chemicals. But if you get a child like from the grade 1 කියලා හිතන්නකෝ, now the child is grade 2. Even in the grade 1, child's performance is less. When it compares with the other children, child performance is less. Even when you ask from the mother, then you have to talk to the parents and get the history. How the child, අපි අහන ප්‍රශ්න ටිකක් තියෙනවා. කොයි කාලෙද ඇවිද්දි? දැන් ගොඩක් ලාට slow learner බබෙක් නම් එයාගේ process එක හැමතැනම slow. So then කතා කරන්න පරක් වෙනවා. They get delay to speak. They get delay to walk. They get delay to stand by themselves. And they are having some problems with eye contact. And also these kids, slow learner kids la ගොඩක් ලාවට when they were in the first 2-3 months after the birth, they find really difficult to fall asleep and continuously crying. ගොඩක් බබාලගේ infant ලගේ තියෙන එකක් තමයි continuously crying. චුට්ටක්වත් නිදා ගන්න නැහැ, නිදි කරවන්න හරිම අමාරුයි. Continuously they crying, and even parents also get fed up just waking up till they fall asleep. They never fall asleep. keep on crying. And also these babies having sucking problems. පොඩි කාලේ නම් අම්මගේ sucking problems තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඕවා තමයි signs. ඒතර ඕවා ගැන අහලා අපි දැහැදුවොත් then you know okay there is no any kind of thought problem එකක් නෙමෙයි තියෙන්නේ, biological problem එකක්. There is a biological problem. So then obviously the nerve problem එකක්. So of course up to your level, teachers la kena level එකට y'all are not, I mean y'all can't come across with the symptoms and okay this child is slow learner or something kind of that, but you can identify the symptoms of the child and guide the parents, take the child to the child psychiatric or pediatrician and just contact the doctor, medical field. Then they will find out, they will do the IQ test for the child and they will do the functional test for the child, and if the child is needed some speech therapy they will refer it. If the child needs some occupational therapy, yes they will refer that. But up to your level is just to find out the reasons and just keep that in mind. Every behavior is connected with the brain function or the nerve functions, and also there could be psychological issues as well. So I mean if there are problems with brain and all and the psychological issues, the child is not the responsible for the behavior. So then there is no point of scolding or punishing unnecessary and the labeling the child and judging the child. ඕක තමයි අපිට සමාජයේ ජීවත් වෙන අය විදිහට අපි ෆලෝ කරන්න ඕනේ එක. මොකද ගොඩක් වෙලාවට අපේ අතින් වෙන දේ තමයි අපි දන්නේ නැතුව ළමයින් ක්‍රිටිසයිස් කරනවා, අපි ලේබල් කරනවා, අපි ජජ් කරනවා, and we are giving unnecessary comments. ඒතර ඒකත් එක්ක වෙන්නේ ළමයාගේ personality එකට හානි කරන එකක් වෙන්නේ. Right? Then අපි සමාජයේ දැන් teachers ලා parents ලා හැමෝම acknowledge කරන්නේ just to avoid the damage of the personality. Right? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Did I give a sensible answer for your questions?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Right. So, any questions, others? Yeah, any questions? Right. Okay, then if y'all don't have any questions, we can wind up for today, and then we'll continue meeting from next week, I mean tomorrow. Right? So then we'll
Ma'am, you
continue
asked
from
about the
next
vaccine.
week.
Is it
It's not polio one.
hepatitis, ma'am?
German something, and it's gone. It's just on tip of
JE.
my tongue.
JE, Japanese.
Japanese. What is
Encephalitis. Japanese
encephalitis.
encephalitis.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's the thing. Thanks for the word.
It is Japanese encephalitis is for this elephant leg or something, no, right?
Sorry? Even from the
Japanese
ones, it's a, I mean, like
even
when
for
the
that.
child got this Japanese encephalitis, so then it could, I mean, there could be brain damages as well. Nerve damages වෙන්න පුළුවන්. There is a probability. Even like
In Tamil, you call it mulai kaachal only.
okay, sorry, I don't know that. Right. That is the thing that we are telling, like even the mothers, those who are planning to have babies and all, just vaccine the rubella and I mean, you all have to have the vaccination, get vaccine rubella before a year, at least before concerning a baby, because that even if the mother is not vaccine rubella, it could be some brain damages, nerve damages for the baby. They are also a risk factor. Okay, so then shall we wind up for today, since you all don't have any questions?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, then see you all tomorrow.
Thank you very much, ma'am. See you tomorrow.
Okay,
Good night.
good night.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night.
Thank
Okay,
you,
thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
See you tomorrow.